When we picture ancient Greece, we often imagine grand temples, famous philosophers, and epic battles. But what was daily life really like for the average person? Today, we're stepping into the world of ancient Greece not as gods or heroes, but as farmers, potters, slaves, and citizens. Let's explore the real life of the Greeks, from their homes and diets to their jobs, schools, and rituals. House, Chapter 1, Homes and Housing. Most people in ancient Greece lived in small, modest homes made of mud brick and wood. They were designed to stay cool in the hot Mediterranean climate, often with thick walls and inner courtyards. The houses were pretty bare by today's standards. Rooms were small and dark, with simple furniture like clay lamps, wooden stools, and straw beds. Running water? Rare. Bathrooms? Usually just a pot or a shared public latrine. But even in these simple homes, daily life revolved around family, worship, and survival. Bread, Chapter 2, What they ate. The Greek diet was healthy and surprisingly vegetarian by default. The staples were bread, olives, and wine, sometimes called the Mediterranean triad. Add in lentils, goat cheese, fish, and seasonal fruits, and you had a typical meal. Meat was uncommon outside of festivals and sacrifices. Most people couldn't afford it. Food was prepared by women in the home or by slaves. Cooking was done over a hearth or open fire. And yes, everyone drank wine, even kids, but it was always mixed with water. Drinking it straight was considered barbaric. Chapter 3, Work and Labor. Ancient Greece was powered by manual labor. Most men worked as farmers, traders, artisans, or soldiers. Women, often confined to the home, handled weaving, child-rearing, and cooking. Slaves were everywhere, both Greek and foreign, doing everything from housework to mining silver. City-states like Athens had thriving marketplaces where merchants sold pottery, textiles, tools, and food. For some, philosophy and politics were jobs too, but only if you were rich enough to afford leisure. School Satchel, Chapter 4, Education and Childhood. Boys in Athens received a broad education reading, writing, music, and athletics, starting at age 7. They trained in the gymnasium and were taught to speak well, argue, and think critically. Girls, however, were educated at home, if at all. Their focus? Managing a household and preparing for marriage. In Sparta, childhood looked very different. Boys were trained to be warriors from the age of 7 in the brutal agoge system. Strength and obedience were prized over knowledge. Chapter 5, Hygiene and Dress. Greeks bathed using water from public fountains or household basins, no elaborate Roman-style baths here. They wore simple linen or wool garments called chitons, pinned at the shoulder and belted at the waist. Wealthier people had dyed or embroidered versions. And yes, nudity was common in some settings, especially in sports. The Greeks saw the human body as something to admire, not hide. Performing Arts, Chapter 6, Entertainment and Festivals. Life wasn't all work. Greeks loved music, poetry, dance, and theatre. They went to amphitheatres to watch tragedies and comedies, sometimes from dawn till dusk. There were also countless festivals honoring the gods, parades, competitions, sacrifices, and feasts. The Olympic Games, held every 4 years in Olympia, where the most famous men competed nude in events like javelin, wrestling, and foot races. Place of Worship, Chapter 7, Religion and Daily Beliefs. Religion touched every part of Greek life. People prayed at home altars and visited temples to offer sacrifices. Each city had its patron deity. Athens had Athena, Delphi had Apollo. The Greeks believed gods controlled everything, from weather and harvests to victory in war. Superstition was common. Omens, dreams, or even the way birds flew could signal divine favor or doom. The world of ancient Greece was one of contrasts of philosophers and farmers, slaves and citizens, gods and humans. But behind the myths and marble temples was a society of real people working, learning, struggling, and celebrating, just like us today. If you enjoyed this look at everyday life in ancient Greece, like, subscribe, and drop a comment below. What part of ancient life should we explore next?